form.
I pulled up.
We'll be talking about Poundcake being shot for a commercial for the University of Akron. Talk about CVS getting rid of chimp cards.
We talk about the Hood Hotel he stayed in.
That's right.
He went on Google Earth and
I found it now. No, literally, Alan. Like,
Google Earth,
or like the Street View thing.
Can the camera see it? My computer screen. It's literally like condemned now.
So you got there just in the nick of time.
Because I wonder why, like, I didn't remember the name of it, but I was like, I know if I go to the right area, like, it's a hotel. It'll pop up near hotels. No sign popped up. So I just, like, walked the Street View, and I got to it. Fences everywhere. Everything's gone. I'm like, oh, this is out of business. I was happy to help the economy while I could.
Well, Rick in Middleburg Heights says that he's imploring me to not throw away my lights. He says that the zoo will take them. They get recycled, and the profits benefit the big cat sanctuaries in Tanzania.
Oh.
See, I'm not a cat guy, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, you like sanctuaries.
I'll tell you what,
guy.
I'm a huge sanctuary guy. I like the Cult She Sells Sanctuary. I like the old Sanctuary nightclub in Pittsburgh. I like the old Sanctuary nightclub in Chicago. I like, boy, you're right, sanctuaries, check, check, check.
And the way that you used to be able to commit a crime, then run to a church and scream, sanctuary! Like in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Or when you're a kid, you designate a sanctuary. Okay, well, thanks, Rick. I appreciate that heads up. Alan, I hated Christmas lights until I had kids of my own. We had to put up lights because our 4-year-old asked, Joe in Philly is neglecting his children.
Not getting them. It's
quite an accusation to level against Joe in Philly.
He's molding them the way that he wants them to be.
Yes, he's making little Joes.
He wants them to be a little more pragmatic about Christmas.
My mom thought it was an abuse that my stepsisters didn't tell her kids about Santa.
Satan?
Yeah.
I'm not good at spelling.
And she was like, "What?" And she's like, "We're from the hood. We don't play that. We can't tell hood kids that.
Santa doesn't come to the hood?
Santa Claus not coming to the ghetto."
Apparently, she's never heard Christmas in Hollis by a little band called Run DMC.
My favorite Christmas song.
Band, I think that stood for Run DeLorean Motor Company. If you watch the show at alancoxshow.com, thanks for doing that. Also, thank you to Bucker Padupson. Thanks to Pucker Badupson for helping out in our video department.
Not Bucker, Pucker.
Pucker Badupson.
Yep. He's doing a good job today.
There you go.
Getting these segments posted lickety-split.
Lickety-split. Alan, have you heard the Chick Willis version of Hot Nuts? It's a little more upbeat and jazzy. Never heard of Chick Willis. But his album is called Footprints in My Bed. Footprints in My Bed.
Selling nuts, hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts? Selling nuts, hot nuts. I've got nuts for sale. 1 for 1 and 10 for 5. My hot nuts really satisfy. Selling nuts, hot nuts. I get them from the Stoop Down Man.
The what man?
The Stoop Down Man. I like what he's doing, but I think it's funnier if a woman sings a song about how great her nuts are. He's clearly having fun with it. He's like, hey, come on, grab my nuts.
Hot nuts.
Hot nuts.
I like that version, though. It's real jaunty.
It's not bad.
It's real
Nothing
jaunty.
wrong with it.
Stoop Down.
I've got nuts that steam in butter. If you try one of them, you'll never try another. Selling nuts.
He's giving it his own flavor.
Get them
Yeah.
from the Stoop Down Man. Selling nuts. Hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts? Selling nuts. Hot nuts. I've got nuts for sale. They call me the Stoop Down Man, 'cause I eat nuts anytime I can.
Plot twist.
He's got a little wild with the lyrics, too. I like that a lot. I also like they said.
Boy, you didn't see that coming. He's the guy eating the nuts.
He also says 1 for 1, I believe.
Yeah, 1 for 1 and 10 for 5.
Get him from the Stoop Down Man. I like my
He's a
nuts.
left-handed guitarist, too. Which I like, because I'm left-handed.
Yeah, right.
So if I play guitar, I have to either have it restrung or play it upside down. So when I see like Hendrix and those guys, I'm just like Jimi Hendrix is what I'm trying to say.
Medium
Everybody's
rare.
always saying that. The Jimi Hendrix of radio, Alan Cox.
That's right.
Stoop down, man. I like my nuts medium rare. I wonder if anybody got any out there. I say nuts. Hot nuts.
It seems like he's taken the bones of the song "Hot Nuts" but then
Yeah, and then he's
worked
making
around
it his own.
making it his own.
He's adding some stuff. He's picking up the pace a little bit. I like it. I think it's good.
I mean,
Appreciate whoever sent that in.
Thank you. We can all agree it's classic Chick Willis.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing we know for sure.
Get him from the stoop down, man.
Stoop down, man.
There you go, little bridge, little interlude. And then it's just a video of various kinds of nuts.
Hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts? Selling nuts. Hot nuts. I've got nuts for sale. Pluck said to Lorraine, if your nuts are hot, I'll let you in.
I don't know what any of those numbers were.
Get him from the stoop down, man.
Said if your nuts are hot, I'll
The
let
old
you
lady
in.
Who lived in the shoe. She had so many nuts, she didn't know what to do. Hot nuts. Get him from the stoop down, man.
I didn't know there was going to be a crossover, too. There's some Mother Goose in here.
Anybody here wanna try my nuts? Selling nuts. Hot nuts.
Yeah.
I've got nuts for sale. That man back there, he's playing the drums. He ain't got no nuts, so why don't you give him some?
I think I like this version more.
You might, yeah. Get him from the stoop down, man. Because he keeps going and going and going.
And when he's calling out his drummer saying, my drummer's got no nuts.
Yeah. He's a eunuch. Hot eunuch.
Nuts. Hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts? Selling nuts. Hot nuts. I've got nuts for sale.
Hey, man, are you Chick Willis's drummer? Yeah, why?
I heard you needed some nuts.
I heard you need some nuts. Well, I like that a lot. Get him from the stoop down, man. Chick Willis. Off the album Footprints in My Bed.
Wonderful.
Hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts?
I mean, you know, when D-Rock gave us the metal version, that's pretty good. But Chick Willis, I'm going to have to save a copy of that. I don't hate that at all. Now,
I like it quite a bit.
The numbers did screw me up at the beginning because I don't quite
I've
understand.
got nuts for sale. 1 for 1 and 10 for 5. My hot nuts really satisfy. Selling nuts.
I mean, you're selling more nuts if you're giving that kind of a deal. Because who's buying 1 for 1 when you can get 10 for 5?
1 for 1,
You're
10
moving
for 5.
a lot more nuts.
Yeah.
If you're selling them at those prices.
Maybe the stoop down man has something to, his prices go down, down, down. I don't know. Stoop down's probably some old-timey jazz slang that I'm unfamiliar with.
Stoop down.
Stoop down.
Like,
The
walk
stoop down the street.
Yeah,
I think of.
Or like you walk down some steps and.
I don't know. I don't know. Does that version have kazoo accompaniment? Yeah.
That's
Alan,
my-
my parents left our Christmas lights up from 85 to 92.
There you go.
I finally busted a bunch. They never replaced them. Just open light sockets in the winter. Yeah, that's somebody who does not want to whip the ladder back down and get up there and do it.
Like, yeah, those are staying.
Those are up there.
Those are people who are not worried about the curb appeal of their house.
Oh, they are not at all. So the Canada, you know, we're dealing with gas prices here because the oil companies decided that they would rather raise prices than increase supply. Of course, everybody blames the president, but it's never any president's fault for oil prices. But Canada has had to dip into their maple syrup reserves. There's a difference between a couple of countries there, between the United States concerns and Canada's concerns.
I have a theory behind that.
They have behind the Canadian maple syrup reserves.
Yeah.
What's the theory there?
Canada has legal marijuana.
Okay, so do we.
But the whole country.
The entire nation of Canada has legal recreational marijuana?
I believe so.
Okay.
And what do you do when you get high? Poundcake? What do you
Paranoid?
want? No, but what do you want?
You might be asking the wrong guy.
Hungry?
You get hungry. Yeah, you want some snacks. And what do they like to snack on in Canada?
Poutine?
Things with maple syrup. That's what they like. So there's all these people that are high, running through all their maple syrup, and now they're out.
Well, I didn't see anything in what I was reading about the effects of legal marijuana.
Well, that's big marijuana covering it up.
Oh, I see.
Big Bud keeping it from becoming a problem.
Okay, so they've got an issue with big sap, is what you're saying, out there in Canada. The Quebec maple syrup producers said they're releasing 50 million pounds from their strategic maple syrup reserves. Who knew it was even measured in pounds? That's half of their stockpile.
Whoa. They're serious about maple
They only have
syrup up
100
there.
million pounds up there. They're called the OPEC of maple syrup. And Quebec produces 73% of all the maple syrup in the world, by the way. And so, facing shortages, they've decided to, if you will, tap into those reserves.
Another theory.
Go ahead.
When they got rid of Aunt Jemima, they had to destroy a lot of bottles of maple syrup. Mm-hmm. And that is also contributing to the shortage.
Is there a Canadian version of Mrs. Butterworth? Is that an American? It's an American creation, but were they selling that up there? Is my question.
I don't know.
Mrs. Butterworth in Canada. Like Tim Hortons is primarily a Canadian. They got some on the border, but it's a Canadian chain. And there are a lot of chains you'll find up there that you won't find any down here. I'm curious if there's a Canadian version of Mrs. Butterworth.
I don't know. Maybe,
Mademoiselle Butterworth or something. Mademoiselle Poutine syrup. The maple syrup reserve, by the way, has made headlines in the past. About 10 years ago, I don't remember this, but there's a lot I don't remember. About 10 years ago, 3,000 tons of maple syrup, which were valued at $20 million, were secretly siphoned from the reserve in what they called the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist. I don't remember talking about that. They ended up arresting 3 guys in 2012 for stealing $20 million from the Canadian maple syrup reserves. Boy, imagine that. What a sticky heist. You go in there and you've really got it. On any heist, you watch a movie, they got to make sure they're not leaving fingerprints. They got to make sure they're not leaving footprints. No dust, DNA, anything, right? Professional thieves are taking care of every possible variable that could finger them for the job. And they're stealing maple syrup, something that could literally, you could leave a trace of anywhere you go, any part on that route. You could incriminate yourself through syrup. But those guys are in prison. Stealing, but that's what passes for, it's liquid gold up there. $20 million worth. They just stole barrels out of a warehouse.
It's brown gold.
Is brown gold,
it's
baby.
Sticky gold.
Uh-huh.
Get that sticky gold.
I've got nuts that's steaming butter. If you try one of them, you'll never try another. Say nuts. Hot nuts.
Yeah, this is my favorite version.
Stoop down, man. Selling nuts. Hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts? Selling nuts. Hot nuts. I've got nuts for sale. They call me the stoop down man, 'cause I eat nuts anytime I can. Selling nuts. Hot nuts. Get them from the stoop down man.
Yeah.
I like my nuts medium rare. I wonder if anybody got any out there. I said nuts.
They got the
medium rare nuts.
boiled peanuts.
How do you even check that?
Don't know.
But like medium rare,
But also, he calls himself the stoop down man because he eats nuts anytime he can. Is the implication that he's bending down to pick up street nuts?
I don't know.
I'm curious about that.
I think it's a song from a different time, and we might not really ever figure out what he's talking about.
Hot nuts. Anybody here wanna buy my nuts? Selling nuts. Hot nuts. I've got nuts for sale. Pluck said the Lorraine Hen. If your nuts are hot, I'll let you in.
If your nuts are hot, I'll let you in.
Get them from the stoop down man.
Also, how would you like your personality to be defined by nuts? He goes, that's why I call myself the stoop down man, because of nuts.
Hot nuts.
Hey, if it's bringing in money, if you're moving a lot of nuts and making a good living, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that are identified with other food, Orville Redenbacher, popcorn.
Sure.
So what's wrong with being a nut guy?
He ain't got no nuts, so why don't you give him some? Selling nuts, hot nuts.
Drummer's back there. Come on, man. I told you that in confidence that I didn't have any nuts.
I had testicular cancer.
Yeah, come on.
What am I supposed to do?
Ah, that's why they call me the Lance Armstrong of the Chick Willis band. Come on, you know that. They call you the Stoop Down Man.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Chick is also playing the kazoo.
I'm the empty bag man. My New Year's resolution is to learn to play the kazoo.
That's your New Year's resolution. Yeah. You should have that. You know, most people worry about not being able to keep up with their New Year's resolution. You should have yours completed by January 2nd or noon on January 1st.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's a pretty complicated instrument from
The
what I
kazoo.
understand.
To get some nuts, but Jill got ill. I selling nuts.
Hot nuts.
Have you already procured a kazoo, or you're just going to buy one and...
Not yet. I'm putting it out there. Hopefully someone will get me one for Christmas.
Oh, you're being very kazoo forward about it.
Yeah.
All right. I texted
Well,
my...
people are always like, oh, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. Kazoo. Boom.
What do you get for the guy who has everything? A kazoo.
That's right. I want a nice one, not a plastic one.
Well, that was going to be my next question. You can, I know from personal experience that you can drop some money on a harmonica, but you can also...
Okay, honestly, while we're at it, let's go through the bad gifts one more time.
No, I mean, I got my wife a harmonica
For her birthday.
For her 30th birthday. We were in Chicago. We were having a whole bunch of our friends from far and wide come meet us for dinner. And
I feel like you get a bad rap on this because I feel like it was like the harmonica, the Hermanos Brothers,
the Dos Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah, that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Was there anything else, or was it just those two things?
No, there were other things. I've probably blocked them from my memory, but those were the two that kind of stand out. But no, I got her harmonica for her 30th birthday 10 years ago because she said that she wanted to play the harmonica, and I misunderstood what she meant. So I bought her a harmonica thinking I had nailed it, and she
That's
goes,
the best part.
"Oh,
is thinking that you nailed it."
We're in the hotel room before we're going to dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this great room downtown. And she opens it. She goes, "Oh." And you know, like, A, you get the reaction, but then you feel compelled to explain, and that doesn't make it any better. And so it is no one's fault but mine, to quote the great Led Zeppelin. So, I said, "Oh, I thought you wanted to learn how to play the harmonica." She goes, "No, I wanted to know how to play the harmonica." I go, "Oh,
I don't want to learn how to do it.
Right, that is a very because it was so stupid. It came like with a little songbook in it. And you learn. I think I'm really like,
you know what? I'm gonna change my tune on this.
I was so sure
That's on Gwen. Gwen, if you would just stick to it a little, put a little bit of effort in, maybe you would know how to play the harmonica.
Listen, I have no interest in having her do something she doesn't want to do. She
wants to know how to play it. The way you get to know how to play it is by learning to play it.
I know. She wanted to learn it through osmosis or just wake up one morning and have that knowledge in her head. And listen, hey, who among us wouldn't love to take the shortcut?
That's like one of those...
With anything to learn.
Those people that can just play piano. They just sit down at a piano and like they just figure it out on their own. They can play by ear. Like that talent is maddening to me.
Pretty wild.
It's something that I wish I could do, but it's just like I don't have that kind of musical ability.
I mean, it's fun at parties.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about playing the piano at all.
But like, I mean,
if you could, that would be fun.
But it's also cool. Like this friend of mine, he plays everything by ear, and like I'll play him a song, and he goes okay, and then he can play it. He can make it into a song on piano. Even if it doesn't have a piano part, he just knows, and he never took a lesson. He just sits down at pianos and can do it.
Sure. No, it's a fun trick. Fun skill. So I can honestly tell you I don't know where that harmonica is today.
He's lying, and he actually was like classically trained, and he just does the like, no, I don't know what I'm doing.
He does like Moonlight Sonata when you're sitting there watching him.
Yeah.
But you've seen him do it?
Yeah, I've seen him do it. Yeah. I mean, it takes him a little bit to like figure it out, but like he can figure it out.
Alan, there is no maple syrup in Aunt Jemima, Mrs. Butterworth, or Log Cabin. It's all corn syrup. So is that the differentiating? Like in Canada, it's full on, right? Legit, actual. Maple
I
syrup.
see. Wow. Well, these were not all that sound of theories that I had. I still stand by the marijuana one, though, that the use of recreational marijuana has increased snacking, and therefore more people eating foods that will require maple syrup.
Yeah.
And therefore, there's a shortage.
Right. Yeah. There's an episode of Netflix series Dirty Money about the great maple syrup heist. Yeah, that would be fun to watch. Because those guys were speaking French to each other and the whole be allons-y! Oh, syrup!
What's French for syrup?
Le syrup! Okay, let me break. Smith and Myers. You know them? You know the band Shinedown? Brent Smith is the front man. Zach Myers is the guitar player, and every so often they'll go out and do a little acoustic side project, just the two of them, and that's what's going to bring them to the House of